Hi everyone, it's Jess, aka Colouring Bumblebee, and I'm back today with another video for you. Today I'm going to be showing you all the books I got during the month of February 2025. It was my birthday month, so I did splurge and get myself some goodies with some money I received from family members for my birthday. And there were a couple of new releases that I just had to get my hands on as soon as they were released, but I've got a lot of really exciting books to show you. I think this might be one of my favourite hauls I've ever done, but let's get straight into it. So first up I have A Million Kittens. This is by Lulu Mayo, and I have already done a full in-depth flip through of my thoughts of this book on my channel. I uploaded that last month, and this is Lulu Mayo's newest book that was released, I believe it was the end of January actually, but oh my gosh, this is such a gorgeous book. It may be my new favourite. I love this one with all the mushrooms. I can just picture myself colouring every single page in here, and there's so much colouring time and colouring fun to be had. You can see I've got a little flag at the top there, that's indicating a page I want to colour for one of my Lulu Mayo prompts for this month, for my Lulu Mayo scavenger hunt. But just look at the faces on all of these cute little kitty cats, and I really quite like these small victory style pages. They she doesn't often include them. This is the page I'm colouring for the prompt Ladybird. But Lulu Mayo doesn't often include kind of small victory pages, but when she does, I think it's a nice break, especially from all these busy, detailed double page and single page spreads. And you can have fun matching the colours to the opposite page. I really love that one, with all the plants and the little books they're sat on. But yeah, I think this, other than Kawaii Taro, I think this might be my new favourite. What do you think of this book? Have you got it yet? Are you planning on getting it? Is it your new favourite? I'd love to hear. That's Lulu Mayo's A Million Kittens. Then another reasonably new release is Mythographic Fantasy Forest by Fabiana Attanasio. Now, I love Fabiana's work. I love mythographic books so much, and this, I did one flip through when I first got it, but I was in a bit of a colouring slump at the time, so this is the first time I'm flipping through it again, sort of with almost fresh eyes. I kind of can't remember a lot of the pages, but we have a gorgeous variety here of different mythical, fantastical creatures in this forest setting, which I absolutely love. Look at that one, this little guy with the horn hiding behind the tree. Nice page for April showers. Oh, these are cool. These are butterflies, but their wings are the pages of books. That's absolutely stunning. Love the owl. This one's a bit simpler, just sort of cherry blossom. Leaves look like they're falling from the sky with rainbows in the background. This is a great page for springtime. Oh wow, look at that one. All the jellyfish. This one's a bit of a different page from Fabiana, with just the trees and lots of, not one of my favourites, but that's okay. That's a fun creature, this kind of mushroom man with what looks to be poppies down the bottom here. Oh, look at this guy with the fae. Oh, love that page. Yeah, I absolutely love this book. I don't think it is my favourite of all of them, or even my favourite by Fabiana. I think I prefer Fairy Wonderland and Cosmic Spirit over this one. Oh, look at the elephants. I love these elephants. But I do really like this. It's probably maybe middle in my rankings. Oh, look at that guy. It's hard to know. Sometimes you need to colour the pages to sort of really appreciate the book and the line work. I like that hedgehog. It's a lovely autumnal page. I like how we have sort of all the seasons represented in this book. A few spring pages, summer ones for any time of year. I like this hippogriff. That's a fun one. And some mandrake-looking creature. Yeah, some really beautiful... Oh, wow. I think that might be my favourite from the book. All the elephants. That peacock is stunning, isn't it? Imagine it with lots of rich jewel tones. You know what? The more I'm flipping it, the more I'm like, yes, I actually love this book. Now it's maybe middle top. But there's just so many gorgeous mythographic books out there that it's hard to rank them, isn't it? That's a video you'd like to see. It's something I thought about doing. Ranking different collections I have of like different artists. I like that with the unicorn. Yeah, kind of got some almost simpler pages, more kind of foliage rather than the sort of scenes and creatures that she often does. I like this dragon in the bottle. And that is it. So an absolutely stunning book, Mythographic Fantasy Forest by Fabiana Attanasio. Lovely book to add to my collection. Then I saw on the Colouring Heaven Instagram that they had released a new Colouring Heaven Pocket Edition. And from the cover, I knew who it was before reading the name, Hannah Carlson. And I just had to pick this up. I went to my local WH Smith, which for me is the only shop I can find these Colouring Heaven pockets in. They don't stock them in my Tesco. But I had to get this. And I think I read online that this is a combination of some of the children's books she released in Sweden. I think one was themed to like woodland, something animal themed, but oh, I mean, how adorable is that bunny with the strawberries? And I like this kind of still Hannah Carlson, but more simplistic style. You can use alcohol markers to help colour. We've got these adorable little creatures. I think you could have some fun with the backgrounds as well. It's always great to see Hannah Carlson's work represented in these Colouring Heaven magazines. I know she's done a few series before, but that was before I started colouring, and they were all sold out before I even started colouring. I love that page, the fox and the like crown of blackberries. So I would say if you would like this book and you cannot find it in stores, I would go online as soon as possible to order one, because I have a feeling this will go out of stock pretty quickly and you don't want to miss out. Because it sounds like she might not be releasing these images anywhere else. You never know. Because it's in the same style as those small books she has, the intended for children colouring books, Party and Space. They were originally little freebies that they gave away with like kids' fast food meals, something like that in Sweden. And she released them as full colouring books. Love that one. I love colouring berries. So it's great to have this in sort of a nice, easy to access book. Love that one. The girl riding the bee. I don't know what to do about the border though. The fact that the page cuts off, but it's not in the spine of the book, and it's not at the bottom of the page. Should I like border it in? Washi tape? I'm not sure. Like, would I draw my own line for the border? Something to think about. Like that little cozy cat. Yeah, now I flip through this book, I feel like I can get stuck into it, get colouring it. These should be pretty nice, easy, quick pages to colour. I just love that cover image. The bunny and the strawberries, how cute. So that is Colouring Heaven Pocket Fantasy Animals by Hannah Carlson. And the next new release, or reasonably new release I've purchased, is 30 Spellbound Cloudy Scenes colouring book by Camellia Angel Cover. Now, she has this year reduced her books from 50 images to 30, which I find completely understandable. She puts out a book every single month. Some people are fine with the change, some people are unhappy. I think the quality of the images is still the same. In fact, I think she gets better with more books that she releases, but I feel like 30 is a more manageable amount, even for us as colourists, to be able to colour. And I do believe it's £1 or so cheaper than the 50 miniature books. But I just thought this one was so cute. And Zoe from Zoe's Cozy Colouring is doing this book as a full book colour along for her members on YouTube. And so I'm really looking forward to colouring in this every month with her. But I just think these pages call out for pastel colour palettes. Look at those little cats with wings. How cute. And I'm thinking of getting a book with different pastel colour palettes in it and using a different one on each of these pages. I think that would be really fun. But this would definitely get you practiced and familiar with colouring clouds, that's for sure. Almost every single page in here has a cloud on it. Little cupids, cute. I believe this is the first page she's doing for a colour along, Zoe. So I'll have to get that done soon. I love every single page in this. And I haven't bought a new book from Camellia recently. They just haven't appealed to me, but this one really, really jumped out at me. Watering these sort of star-shaped flowers. Oh, it's just so cute, isn't it? And again, pastel colour schemes I think would look beautiful in this book. And just imagine flipping through it and seeing it all filled up with colour. This one's kind of giving winter vibes to me. It's kind of reminding me of like Peter Pan but underwater with the flying ship. How cute are these little alien guys? This must be one of the very few pages that doesn't have any clouds in it. We've just kind of got these wispy bits. There we go, that is the last page. And you can see all of her previous books listed at the back. I have a few, not nearly the whole collection. I think I've got 8 or 9 now. That is 30 Spellbound Cloudy Scenes by Camellia Angelkova. And I mean, even just the cover is absolutely stunning. Lovely book. Now I've got some older books that I've been wanting to add to my collection for some time now and was waiting for a special moment, and I thought I would spend my birthday money on a couple new Hannah Carson and Maria Trolle books to me. First up, I have Magical Dawn by Hannah Carson. I have been wanting to add this to my collection for a while, and I just never got around to it, but I thought now's the time. I love this. I love how many crystals and magical sparkles there are in this book. I can see lots of glitter gel pens, metallic watercolours, having a lot of fun experimenting with bright colours in here. And I love Hannah Carson's artwork. Don't colour nearly enough in her books. But flipping through this one and the next one really inspired me to reach for them again. And I'm thinking of maybe doing a whole month where I just colour in hardback colouring books, excluding my project books because I want to colour in those, but for the rest I'm thinking just my hardbacks to try and get a few more pages coloured in Hannah Carson and Maria Trolle ones. I love this one. The hair and the wings and the berries. I love colouring berries. I just find colouring her flowers really satisfying. And the fact that you can colour them in such bright, vivid shades and it looks perfectly okay. You could do any sort of colour scheme you want. I mean, you can for any book you have, but I feel like Hannah Carlson especially kind of leans towards that fantasy. Look at that swan. I love this kind of peacock feather lady. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This reminds me of a page in Daydreams. I feel like there's something similar to this, like the composition of the bird with the flowers sort of framing it. I just love this book, and this has been the next on my list to get for quite a while, and I just haven't prioritised it. I've got other books over it, but I'm starting to. These are the last two of Hannah Carlson's older style of books in this size and format that I've got left to get. And then it's just her Tales From series. There's a couple of those that I'm thinking of adding at some point. And then that's all the Hannah Carlson books that I would want to get. Excluding, of course, any future books that she releases. Have you seen she's done a sneak peek on her Instagram of her next book? It looks to be Halloween themed, which is really exciting. I do like colouring Halloween themes. And well, with her style, it just works so well, I think. So that is Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. Then I also picked up Jewellery Box, rounding out my Hannah Carlson old format. Excluding the compilation book, I'm not interested in getting the compilation book. Maybe if I was first starting colouring, I would have got it, just to sort of like dip my toes in the water for Hannah Carlson style, but I think there's only about 10 unique images and they're quite steampunky, which isn't my favourite style, so I thought I don't need that one. But this, I was actually not going to get this one because I was going to limit myself to just 3. But one of the books I was wanting to get went out of stock, and then to take advantage of Amazon's buy 4 get 5% off deal, which isn't really a deal, but I think every little helps when it comes to money off. So I thought I would add this one into it, and I'm so glad I did, because flipping through it, it is gorgeous. It is absolutely stunning. It makes me really want to do some experimenting with watercolours in this book. And I've got a review of the Light Wish watercolours coming up soon on my channel. In fact, I'm going to start filming that video straight after this one. Oh, look at this one with the cats looking at the birds, washing themselves in the bird bath. That is such a cute page. Not so much a fan of this one with the repeating pattern, but that's okay. Look at that cat. Super, super beautiful. Like, Hannah Carlson has such a specific style, but I feel like all these pages are so different from each other, aren't they? Oh, I like the berries. I always like the berries. Oh, look at that one. This jewellery box with the little ballerina inside. That is so sweet. Love that one. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. I think this might be the first page I do for next month during Easter. I just love the little bunnies in the basket. Ooh, a fun cherry tree. Don't see cherry trees that often in colouring books. I love this one for Year of the Snake. I have a vision for this page and sort of using the same colours on that one as well on this page, and it just looking super rich, bold and vibrant. So I might do that page soon as well. yeah, a couple of these kind of wallpapery pages in this book compared to her other books. But that is everything in Jewellery Box by Hannah Carson. Gorgeous book. And then I have Maria Trolle's Shooting Star. This is her second most recent colouring book that she's released. The Fairy Tales Sagan book was the most recent. And I wasn't going to get this because I was like, well, it's all stars and kind of space themed. It's not really my thing. But the more pages I saw people colour of it, like, come on, we've got a bird with some nice large flowers, gorgeous, and this girl and bee sleeping. They're really not all space themed, which is great. There's a nice variety, which I always appreciate in colouring books. And still her signature style, with a variety of different layouts, some circular motifs, full page ones, little scenes, bordered off ones. Yeah, I do like the ones with the borders. It does make the background easier and more manageable to know that you just have that section to colour in. Yeah, flipping through this, so many gorgeous pages, and I'm so glad I added it to my collection. I like this one with the lemons. Oh, look at that one with a little frog peeking out of the water. I can just see myself colouring all of these pages and them all turning out super beautifully. I've really sort of had a resurgence of my love for Maria Trolle books, and I definitely want to colour more, which further adds to my wanting to spend a whole month on hardback colouring books to get more Maria and Hannah Carson pages done. But yeah, they are just adorable. I like how they're not too detailed, but detailed enough that you've got not so much blank space left to worry about. I really like this little one with the blue veils. Nice limited colour palette I can see for that one. And I feel like these might have been a hint to Fairy Tales, the next book. If it was, I was a clever little hint because you wouldn't suspect it because it's quite a normal Maria Trolle image, but the fact that we've got this sort of princess or queen looking character in a very sort of fairy tale like sort of composition. And the fact that they're towards the end of the book as well. I don't know. There is no index in this book, which I do wish she had included because, yeah, we do have some flowers that we could look up. Maybe not for every page, but like, what flower is that? I'm terrible with flowers. I have no idea what they ever are. Wouldn't have to be every page named. Like this one, you wouldn't necessarily need to. It's just kind of leaves. But this one, it would be nice to know what we're looking at. But that is Shooting Star by Maria Trolle. And the final book I have to show you or share with you is Luna by Maria Trolle, one of her older books, and was the next one I wanted to add to my collection. Luna, I think, is quite similar in the style and format to Moon Valley, which is another one of my favourites by Maria. And yeah, flipping through this book, I am very excited. I did get this second hand because this was the book that went out of stock. It's now back in stock. I should have just waited, but I was being impatient. So I got this on World of Books because it was a lot cheaper by like £5 or something compared to the Amazon listing that sort of popped up again. And I've never had any issue with World of Books, but there is a coloured page and it's right at the back and it kind of caught me by surprise. But I'm kind of looking forward to colouring it, and I will talk about that when I get to it. Again, love the variety of images of the bordered ones, circular ones, little scenes, little portraits. And some of these images I do have in the compilation book universe. That was one that I wanted to have a more of a variety of Maria Trolle pages. Plus there were some absolutely adorable exclusive images in that book that I just had to own. Some nice underwater themed ones. Look at the giant bee. Is it a giant bee or a tiny girl? You tell me. I think it's a tiny girl. Well, tiny girl and a giant bee, because look at the size of the flower compared to it. Yeah. I love this little house. That is super cute. I love these two. I think this is in universe, but I'm not sure. Yeah, flipping through these books just has me even more excited to see what next book Maria puts out. I love this one with the pumpkin. There's a pumpkin page in Botanicum that I've coloured. One of my favourites I've ever done. It's in that book. Oh, look at these foxes. You do have a few of the black background signature Maria Troll pages. This absolutely stunning double page spread of all these large flowers that I think would look great in sort of rainbow colours. Here is the page that has been coloured already. It was coloured in June 2024. I'm thinking if I get an eraser, erase as much as I can, and then go over the top with, I'm thinking polychromos, because I have similar colours that would match this, and just colour over it in my own style, because I do quite like the colour scheme. I especially like these leaves, how they've done them pink with this sort of chartreusey green in the centre. I think that will be fun to try and recreate. It's mainly the background that is a bit streaky, but I think I could improve on this. Not improve on it, make it my own by erasing and colouring over the top, and I may even do that after this video because I'm really inspired by it. I'm trying to sort of get that one done. But we have our plant register at the back and the animal register. This gorgeous little parrot there. But yeah, that is Maria Troll's Luna, and the final book that I received this last month. So many gorgeous books. It's hard to pick one favourite. I won't pick one favourite. I love them all, and all for different reasons. But let me know in the comments, do you have these books? Are there some that you want to add to your collection? Are they on your wish list? Let me know. I'd love to hear. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.